Hello, and welcome to Touchpoint Science. My name is Jeff Pierce, and I'd like to introduce you to the science behind SAFERTOUCH. First, a little bit about myself. I've been an industrial microbiologist for over 15 years. I've worked in a variety of industries, including coatings and plastics, namely in research and development for existing and novel biocides. I've also supported both the consumer-based U.S. pool business and the industrial biocides business. My expertise lies in the study and development of antimicrobials to prevent contamination. I'm truly excited to be part of SAFERTOUCH in our efforts to bring this technology to customers, especially in today's climate. So here's the world we live in today. We've all seen these images, whether on TV, the internet, or in personal experience in the real world. In our opinion, this will be the new world, even after this pandemic is over. People are more aware, cautious, and the culture will now be of a no-touch, distance-based lifestyle. We're trying to help change that. So what is the problem? As we see it, the problem starts with fomites. Now this is a strange microbiological term, isn't it? But it's quite easy to understand. Fomites are really any physical object that can harbor and transmit microorganisms from one person to the next. So, think anything really that people touch. Doorknobs, phones, touchscreens, armrests, buttons, and the like. The list goes on. Touch something, deposit microorganisms, and they're left to be transmitted to someone else. Now, fomites are being recognized due to this outbreak. However, traditionally, water and food pathways were of major concern. This is changing, however, as fomites play a bigger role than traditionally thought. Indeed, viruses such as norovirus, the flu, and the common cold are also transmitted in this way, costing the U.S. tens of millions of dollars each year in medical treatment. So what are we doing about it? What's the solution? Well, there are many. As we've all heard, seen, and practiced, it all begins with personal hygiene. Hand washing, yes. However, we've seen more chemical treatments such as more use of disinfectants, sanitizers, hand wipes, and even fogging and misting machines. These are all quite effective, but they're labor intensive. They also add to cost and downtimes. We've also seen physical barriers employed. Gloves, face masks, and plexiglass shields. These are used in high-volume exposure areas such as supermarkets and stores. We'll take barriers one step further with the addition of SAFERTOUCH. So what is SAFERTOUCH? What's it do exactly? SAFERTOUCH is simply a thin film of polymer, think plastic, embedded with an effective antimicrobial agent, in this case silver. The film is designed to cover fomites, which we've just learned about, to reduce antimicrobial activity on the surface. The product has been proven safe, it's registered for this use by the EPA, and it's very simple to apply. So how would silver work to control microbes? It's based on an effect called oligodynamic action. Now don't get too hung up on that word. It's simply recognized in microbiology that heavy metals intrinsically kill microorganisms. Since modern times, metals were used in all sorts of things such as doorknobs, utensils, and cookware. They naturally inhibit the growth of microbes and were relied upon as a means to improve hygiene. Heavy metals, in particular silver, are lethal to microorganisms. They are very rapid acting, causing immediate cell death. Okay, so here's a simple illustration to show what silver ions do to a typical bacterial cell. The silver particle is indicated on the left as a red oval shape. As you can see, silver ions react with the cell in several ways, targeting different components. First, the silver reacts with the cell wall directly. As silver is a cation, or positively charged, it reacts immediately to the negatively charged cell wall. This causes disruption of the structure and ultimate lysis, or breaking, of the cell wall. Other targets include proteins and enzymes responsible for cell respiration and even nucleic material. You may remember this image from a high school or college micro class. It's simply an agar petri dish blanketed in bacterial growth. Different coins of different metals are also placed on the dish. As you can see, metals will produce an area around particular coins where growth is inhibited. This is called a zone of inhibition, and it indicates activity in killing growth with that particular organism. Further to this, how do we evaluate the antimicrobial activity in a film? Well, there's a standard microbiological test called JIS 2801, and it's widely accepted in evaluating this efficacy. Quite simply, samples are inoculated with a high concentration of microbes. They're put on the surface of the substrate being evaluated. The samples are covered. In this case, we use a sterile film or glass cover. This ensures contact and keeps the inoculum from evaporating. Samples are incubated, then counted for the remaining amount of viable cells. So now, in terms of the SaferTouch product, we have the data and the means to produce standardized results. Why do we think SaferTouch is a product for now? We believe it adds another barrier of protection, a barrier containing an antimicrobial effect. It will help in providing a cleaner surface, and it may help in reducing overall costs. In addition, we hope to see a reduction in downtime for businesses, and finally, it will encourage people to return to a normal sense of lifestyle. So what are the best applications for SaferTouch? Well, again, the possibilities are endless. Think of fomites. You now know what they are, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere people touch. SaferTouch can help in both commercial, institutional, and consumer environments. The list goes on in how we can apply it. To reiterate our mission at Touchpoint Science, we started this company to make people more comfortable getting back to work and life after the COVID-19 pandemic. We want to make the essential touchpoints of any business safer to its customers and employees by using safe and effective antimicrobial agents to limit the growth and spread of microbes. In order to get back to business, we need to open doors, check in, check out, and make transactions happen. We will provide simple-to-use technology that enables customers to protect their most important touchpoints. We've assembled a multidisciplined and well-experienced team to support our product and our initiatives. Besides myself, Touchpoint Science has at its core Troy Hinkle and Jim Laricchio. Their combined experience in polymer science, supply chain management, global marketing, and partnerships is unmatched. As SaferTouch finds its home in many different applications, the team behind the product brings over 50 years of experience and skill to support these exciting new products. Our vision for Delta is a simple one indeed. We want to be a part of your new standard of clean. Our vision is to make travelers feel safer at every touch point along the way, whether it's at a check-in kiosk or using the entertainment touchscreen and tray table at their seat. We want every passenger to remember that taking care of them is at the center of everything Delta does. I want to thank you for your time today and hope that you found this information valuable. We're all on the verge of some very exciting technology. Working in tandem with our customers will surely bring the solution to help businesses and people alike return to normal.